All right, guys, officially welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Queen Blessing B, guys. If you're new to the channel, my name is Blessing. I am a model, influencer, fashion designer, and child of God. On this channel, we talk about all things fashionable, all things personal development, and all things Christ-like, because we are a follower of Jesus on this channel. Today, guys, we're going to talk about the art of starting over and why it's okay to embrace the change. I kind of talked a little bit about this my last episode. I always like to talk about personal development and how you can level up and do that stuff, and that's why I like my YouTube channel to be about, which I'm still trying to figure out how I can coexist this with my Instagram too, because I'm all over the place, but it really doesn't matter. Welcome and we are still in our series Becoming Her, which is becoming the best version of herself this year. And so today, again, the art of starting over. But before we get started, guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, be part of the fam. All right, guys, so the art of starting over came to me because I just feel like that's such a good, powerful word to talk about, especially in today's society. We like to push a lot about hustling, keep going, grinding, all that hard work. My bad, I was about to swear. But I just want to talk about how we are going to be slow and steady and rest in the blessing that God has given us. So guys, like I said in my previous video, guys, I moved to Minnesota at literally the end of this last month, which was May, and I think it's probably one of the best decisions. I don't want to say I think, because I'm here, right? But it's one of the best decisions I ever made, and I'm going to give you 3 reasons why. 1, stability. 2, family. And 3, new beginnings. First, stability. Your girl has been doing a lot. I've had some times where there's peace, and I have some times when there's chaos, and I don't like the chaos, but that's where God grows us the most, the valleys. I've been in the valley mostly of my mental health for a while now, and it's very important that we heal that, and so I'll just say the stability is very important for me, especially because I am a Libra and I do struggle with some seasonal depression. And if I'm not getting enough sun, if I'm not eating enough, if I'm not sleeping enough, it really does affect my mental health. And so coming to Minnesota, I'm getting familiar with the area, and it's a lot calmer. There's less pressure of like trying to become, and we're gonna talk a little bit about that later on. But yes, availability was very important for me, especially being a young woman in her 20s. I'm very much striving to just build that lifestyle, the life I want to do, and it's not what I always thought it would be. So moving on, guys, we're gonna talk about family. Now, I'm staying with my older sister. God bless your heart, my sis. I love you. And her family, her kids, and I absolutely love them. My youngest niece is probably my favorite. So don't let my nephew, my other niece hear that, because they're gonna be very mad. But Gracie, you are my favorite. I love that little girl. She's like, what, 3? She's adorable. She's cute. She looks, I'm not gonna be like that, but she kind of looks like me when I was a kid. But hey, I don't. That's just me. I'm gonna send a little picture right here. If I remember to do it, here's a picture of me as a child, but it doesn't even matter. Still cute. Anyways, but family is very important to me, and I would like to say that I've had some years where I wasn't really connecting with my adopted family, just because the desires that I wanted were different. The views I was doing is different. And it wasn't like I was mad and walk away from God and doing bad things, but at the end of the day, though, I didn't feel really much accepted with who I am and who I was becoming. And I really had to do some searching of who God wants me to be. And so I'm still searching. It's never a final destination. It's like life is never a final destination. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So I'm currently still learning about who I am, but at that point, I was struggling with identity. I was struggling with body. I was struggling with a lot of things. I just really couldn't vocalize anything. And I was struggling so hard. And I remember trying to go to my parents and be like, hey, I need help. I just needed help. I was crying. I was just frustrating. And all I remember really from the conversation was them saying, no, we're not going to go to your mountain gigs. We're not going to go support you like that. Like, they didn't really say we're not going to support you, but I remember my dad specifically is like, we're not going to go out our way and do all those stuff. Like, we know we see your brother doing that, brother. We're supporting. We know you see us supporting your brother, but his career is a little different. Something in line with that. I just remember getting so angry at them, so mad. And it was, I wouldn't really say it's justified, but long story short, it took a couple years for me to actually want to come around them and tell them 100% what's going on, because it just felt like they just didn't care. So, but it's healing. We are definitely healing for that. And I'm not mad at them. I love them. I was obviously needing some area in my life where I had to grow. So yes, but family, I came here for family. I want to have a better relationship with my older sister. She is my biological sister from a family in Liberia. So I'm very much pleased to be here and with her and her kids and just supporting them. Yes. And guys, finally, lastly would be new opportunity. Now, I know people say there's opportunities everywhere, but hear me out. I almost got an agency here in Minnesota the last time I came. So we are working on doing that again. I've always wanted to be a signed model that actually got gigs. I've been signed before, but they don't really care if you're a petite model unless you're like marketable. So I'm learning becoming marketable and all that good stuff. But anyways, what I'm trying to say, guys, is just that I felt more, I wouldn't say, the thing is, I'm somebody who's very adaptable, and so wherever I go, I always make the best of it. But I would say like Minnesota seems to be more in line with the type of modeling I want to do. A lot of Seattle modeling has been a lot of high fashion, and the good agencies that do commercial and print work want only certain height models. You know, like I like, for example, SMG, which is a really big modeling agency in Seattle. They said I had a good look, but I was short. And I saw a lot more agencies here in Minnesota that accept shorter models because they're marketable. They can easily have them do Target, Nike, all that good stuff. And as much as I want to say in the P&W, I just feel like the pressure was just too much trying to compete. And I'm not trying to say we can't have competition. Competition is good. That's why we have sports, you know? But at the end of the day, I don't want to compete for a place where I know that may not even be for me. So knowing that there was opportunities for more petite models on this side of the states, I decided to come here a lot because it makes more sense. And I'm not trying to be America's Next Top Model, like runway fashion like that, even though I wouldn't mind be the first Liberian. But no, that all being said, I'm willing to do more of the commercial print work and get my bread up than trying to be the top model, all the magazines, runway, da. I mean, there's gonna be time for us short models, and there are successful short models who are making it in the industry. But I just feel like me trying to strive so much to be that next big thing for the modeling industry was just taking so much of my mental health, because one, I'll see all my friends, models, who are taller than me, mind you, signed to agencies, working for brands, going on vacation, doing all these fun things. For example, I remember this one model, her name was Martha. She literally grew up in the same city I did, which was a small town, like a couple miles from where I lived. And she was so cool. She did track cross country like I did. I met her, and the next thing I know, she's in Seattle, signed to SMG, flying around the world. She's signed to London, she's signed to New York, she's signed to LA. And I'm just like, remember, and I'm gonna be honest, I felt a tug of jealousy. Just like, what, Lord? Like, I'm just as good, I'm just as beautiful. And I was like, I remember always like stalking her page. I remember reaching out once to ask how she did it, and she just kind of blew me off. But I'm not even upset about that because she was probably busy. But all that is to say, it's just like I was following a bunch of people that weren't in the same alignment for me. So what I want to encourage you guys here is, if you're in a season of just resetting, restarting, the art of resetting is not about falling behind. It's not about falling behind. It's about embracing the change. We are embracing the change. I said this a lot in my last video, guys. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it, because it really does tie in the art of change. And I'm in that season right now. I'm currently unemployed, so I'm trying to look for employment, mostly part-time, so I can mostly focus on my dreams and go, because that's another area of my life where I really did slack, because I'm somebody who loves balance. If I don't have balance in my life, I go crazy. So it's like, if my finances is unbalanced, if my sleep is unbalanced, if life is just throwing lemons at me and my lemonade coming out tart. I don't know what to do, and I focus all my mind on fixing the situation instead of just like, let me not waste time trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Like, oh, obviously I need money to pay rent, obviously I need money to get food, but it's more of this, like, I put so much of my energy applying for jobs and going to interviews and just wasting energy and time doing things, but it's just like, okay, God, let me give it to you, let me focus and keep moving forward. You know, I don't know what the future is gonna hold, but like, what if I stay consistent at content creating, and boom, like I start working with brands, start doing UGC, start doing all these amazing things I never thought possible, and it pays me, and I'm over here worried about a 9-to-5 job that I can easily fire me tomorrow, like I'm grateful and thankful for the ability to work, you know. So I'm not saying that's bad, but like I'm not somebody who's lazy, who's just gonna sit around and not do anything. I'm literally applying for jobs every day. But all that is to say, guys, is that the art of starting over is number two, is stop the comparison. This is the one of the hardest thing that I'm still struggling with too. And if you have to delete social media because it's not going to help you. And I know we all want to be content creator influencers these days, and social media is definitely the way to go. But we really do need to stop this whole comparison. And I'm just as guilty too, because I hate going on my social media and seeing everybody just, I feel like I'm behind, but in reality, it's like your journey is different. And I'm right now so grateful and thankful to be here. Like I am surrounded by people that loves me and care for me. And like a couple weeks back, I didn't have that. Like, yeah, I had my families and I could talk to them, but I didn't have people around me I could physically go to and talk to like that. Like it was literally just me surviving around Seattle area. And it was too much. It was too much for me. And so my sister allowed me to come here. I was like, great, because now I can wake up, see people who have good values, good intention, and want good things for their lives too. And so I can be a part of that instead of just struggling to survive and struggling to just make it. I hate make it, because the thing is we don't know what success is as well. And then the art of starting over, guys, is also just refocusing your dreams and your desire and setting them before the Lord, because being able to refocus that, re-innovate, reset what I really want. And some of my success desires ain't always the same. Like I literally sat this morning when I was praying, reading my Bible, I'm like, God, like, do I really want to be an influencer? Do I really want to be a model? Like I keep going back and forth, like, do I really want to do this? Because like the thing is, it's like we have this bad negative mindset. Like we can't imagine ourselves into that good space we want to dream of. Like for example, say you want to be the next Kai Cenat. I love Kai Cenat. Shout out Kai. Say you want to be the next Kai Cenat. Are you moving towards that goal? Are you actively streaming? Are you actively networking? Are you actively taking care of your health, taking care of your body? A lot of people want to think it's only about the outward, but the inward, it's like, what are you gonna do like when you get millions of dollars? Like how are you gonna manage that money? And I like look at my life, I'm like, wow, Lord, thank you. Sorry, that's my little niece talking. Like, thank you, God, for not giving me all $1 million, all those platforms, because I'll probably ruin it. And my inconsistency, like, why on earth would he give me 1 million followers if he can't even get my few followers right now content for them to watch? Like, it's just little things like we gotta take in perspective. Like, you're not about to be a big successful influencer if you're barely making content. Like, if your content's good enough, you can drop it like every week or so, once a week, do that. But if you're someone who's actively building like myself, like, it makes no sense for you to just like drop one and disappear. And y'all, I be doing that so bad. So yes, so that's the art of starting over. And I'll say another art of starting over is to rebuild yourself up. I love rebuilding again. I love personal development. I love personal development. It's such a interesting way of looking at an individual, and development is different. It's not necessarily like becoming a certain somebody, which I know this series is called Becoming, but it's more of just developing yourself into a new person. And new person meaning like learning how to take care of your hair, your makeup, your clothes, like learning to dress better, just being the ideal person you want to be in your mind, not what the world sees. So yes, guys, this is basically the art of starting over. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope some of the things I talked about resonate with you. I'm so sorry I was all over the place. I just love talking to y'all and just explaining things and sharing a little bit of glimpse of my life. But yes, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button and be part of the family. Make sure you like, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, want me to do another part 2, whatever, let me know in the comments as well. And please share this with a family and friends you think will benefit, because we are all here to be successful and to make a community, guys. But anyways, hope you have a good night, evening, wherever you guys may be. Bye.